the advertising week in Toronto, advertisers and marketers find out that some things just don't transfer well.
A truly global big idea can indeed travel the globe. Where we have problems, though, is the creative for each individual market. And that creative needs to be relevant to the market at hand.
60% of the time when you're taking out from the US to English Canada or English Canada to French Canada, the results can be very, very different. English Canadians love information and rational ads. French Canadians love the joie de vivre. They love family and friends, and they love to have experienced things. And the US really loves an energetic ad. It doesn't necessarily have to have all the information that English Canadians like. So you can see the problem when taking an ad from one market to the next. And we found out that 44% of Americans said if a product is advertised, they'd buy the product. They didn't have to have any reason to buy the product. In English Canada and French Canada, it was only 20%, 17% had said if it's advertised, I'd buy the product. They're very much more skeptical. You need to work harder in the Canadian market than in the US market to prove why you should buy the product. One interesting statistic is that the French Canadians love to have their homegrown talent. They love to feel like any market does that the ad is made for them. So one of the funny questions that we asked across all of Canada was, who do you think is the person who most represents Canada? And every single province across Canada said that it was Pierre Trudeau, except for Quebec. And Quebec said the person who most represented Canada was Celine Dion.
I think one of the problems we talked about today is the lack of Canadian brands. We don't have enough iconic Canadian brands. You can count them probably on one hand. And the problem is that those Canadian brands that are out there, and my example today was BlackBerry, we don't have this sense of taking that Canadian brand, a Canadian icon, and being the agency network that takes that brand globally. We know very well that TBWA, Shire took the Apple brand globally, and it allows them to open up a worldwide network. Consequently, the same thing is true of every other brand that takes a brand globally. In Canada, we have to learn how to nurture our own brands, foster a relationship between the owners of that brand and the marketing communication industry, and help to take that brand global. They should look.
ITbusines.ca, this is Nestor Aureliano reporting.